to my Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa and I have my friend here today. Let's say hi to everyone. Now, this week's theme is autumn. And we're going to have so much fun talking about autumn. But before we get into today's lesson, it is very important for us to sanitize our hands. So let's take our sanitizer. Remember, sanitizing helps to make sure there are no germs and helps to prevent COVID-19 to spread. Another thing that helps is to practice good social distancing. So let's check. You check beside you and in front of you. Well done. Today's lesson is about subsidizing, number bonds, decomposing, odd and even numbers, and capacity and mass as well. Our first exercise is very exciting. Let's turn to page 9. Here we have subsidizing. Now, this is a very interesting game that needs you to listen to the instructions. The first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to place the cards below on a soft box. It can be any box. It can be a cereal box. It can be a box for anything. Just make sure that the cards fit on the box. After you have glued them, you're going to cut them out into individual cards. As you can see, each one has dots in them. So that is a card. Once you have done that, you also need to make sure that you follow the rules of the game. The first rule is to place the card that you cut out face down in a pile. When it means face down, it means that you cannot see the cards and they have to be all together. And then players take turns to take a card, which means that if you are going to be the first player, you will be player A. And if you're going to be the second player, you'll be player B. Then after that, player A will turn over a card. And if the card that is turned over is equal to the dots on player A's board, then that means they can cover with a counter. Remember, we made the cards, we cut them out, so you're going to cover with the counter. If not, which means that if there are no numbers on your card, you have to put the number back or the card back at the bottom of the pile. Not at the top, at the bottom. And the first player to fill in the board with all their cards wins. Now we are going to try and play this game. As you can see, we have our board game here and we have cut out our cards. You can see them here. And we have put them on a soft box. We have chosen a cornflakes box. Now we are showing you how to play the game. When they say face down, it means that the side of the box is showing. So you have your cards face down. My friend here is going to be player A, which means that this is his board, and I will be player B, which means that this is my board. So he is going to be the first one to choose. So he's going to pick a card. Very good. Show us your card. What is your card? Okay, you can see that there are 7 dots. So he needs to check on his board if he can find a box that has 7 dots. Have you found it? Yes, well done. Okay, and he is placing it on the place. Well done. Now it is my turn. So I will take a card and my number is 6. So I have to look for the number 6 on my board. It looks like 6 is just here at the top. So I will put my 6 here. Okay. Uh-oh, teacher made a mistake. Well done. Thank you, my friend. That's why you're here. And this is what makes the game very interesting. This is 6, and this is not 6. So let me put it on 6. Thank you. But remember, this is a game. I'm supposed to be winning. You're not supposed to be helping me. All right. Now it is my friend's turn. Pick a card. Show us your number. Okay. Ooh, that looks like it is 9. Is that 9? Count the dots. Can you look for a 9? Is there a 9 on your board? Make sure. Yes, that is a 9. So he gets to keep his card and stick it where the 9 is. Well done. Now it is my turn, player B. And I have another card. This one also looks like it is 9. Make sure you count your dots. I know that this is 9 just from looking, but I know that we all have to count. So this is 9. Now I have to look for 9 on my board. Let me check. Yes, this is 9. So I'm going to stick 9. Ooh, now we both have 2 cards. Let's see. Pick a card. Show us. Well done. That looks like it's a 5. Can you look for a 5 on your board? Keep searching. You can use your finger to check. Okay, very good. So he's going to stick 5 on his board. Ooh, now he has 3, and I have 2. All right. Let me pick my card. I have a 4. Now I need to check for a 4. Let me just check this one properly. Nope. Nope. That's a 5. There's no 4 there. Oh no, I don't have a 4. So remember the rules of the game. If I don't have what is on this card on my board, I have to put the card at the bottom of the pile. Now we can play this game all day, but we have many things we can do. But I know that you are going to enjoy this game. And you can play it with mom, dad, your brother, your sister, uncle, auntie, grandmother, grandfather, everyone in the family. And make sure that you count your dots. Have fun, and I hope you win. That was a fun game, but unfortunately I didn't win. Anyway, we can move on to the next lesson, or the next exercise rather, on page 11. On page 11, we have number bonds. Now remember, a bond is when it adds up to 10. So we are going to do the number F, but before we do that, let's take a look at the example that we have been given. It says 10 on top, then 3 on one side and 7 on the other. The point is that these two numbers must add up to 10. So if you add 7 plus 3, you can try it with your fingers. 7 plus 3, you are going to get 10. Let's take a look at number F. We are going to do that one on the board. Here we have 10 and we have 9. So we need to find out what is the next number. How do we do that? By counting on from the number that we have been given. So we have our 9 here. So we say 9, 10. Which means that there is only one number that is missing here. Now, I'd like us to check. Every time you finish a bond, you must check. So my friend and I here are going to check. So we are going to have our 9 fingers. Show me your 9 fingers. Very good. 9 fingers, and we're going to add 1 more. And 1 more. And that becomes 10. So our answer is correct. 1 plus 9 equals 10. You're going to do the rest of the exercise by yourself. Remember to check. Let's move on to page 12. On page 12, we have decomposing. Now, decomposing means to break down, to separate, or to pull apart. We have our number there as an example, 36. Now, 36 has been broken down to 30 plus 6. There's a secret with decomposing that I'm going to tell you. You have to write what you say in order for the answer to be correct. So 36 is 30 and 6. That's how they got 30 plus 6. We are now going to be doing the one that says 55. Let's take a look at the board. Here we have 55. So it says 55 equals dash plus dash. So we are going to say 55, which means we have our answer. So the first part of what we are saying is 50. So we write our 50. And the second part of what we are saying is 5. So we write our 5. Then our answer is correct. It now says 55 equals 50 plus 5. I want you to do the rest by yourself at home. And don't forget the little tricks that I have taught you. Enjoy yourself. I hope you really enjoyed that exercise. And remember to check your work. Let's now move on to the next page, which is on page 13. On page 13, we are talking about odd numbers and even numbers. Remember what odd numbers are and what even numbers are. We have been talking about it all the time. But this time, you're going to color the odd numbers red and the even numbers green. And once you do that, you'll see that it comes out something like this. My friend has done it here with me. Can you show everyone at home? Yes. So this is very simple, and I'll leave you to do this one by yourselves. Let's move on to page 14. On page 14, we are now talking about capacity. Now, capacity means the amount that something can hold inside, whether it can be a liquid like coffee or water or drink. How much can that container or object keep in it? We can see that it has an instruction that says, tick the containers that hold more water and cross the containers that hold less water. Fill in the blanks with more or less in the space provided. So you can see that we have object A, object B, and then the words more or less. Let's take a look at the first one. Object A is a jug. Now we all know a jug, and object B is a cup. And the question or the sentence says, the jug has dash water, but the cup has dash water. When you look at these two objects, which one can hold more water? I think it is object A, the jug. So you will write the jug has more water, but the cup has less water. Let's take a look at the second one. Here we have a mug and a bottle. Now, if you look at the pictures, you can actually tell which one has more or which one has less. Let's take a look at the sentence. It says, the mug has dash water, but the bottle has dash water. If you look closely, it looks like the water is more than what is in the bottle than what is in the mug. So our sentence will read, the mug has less water, but the bottle has more water. The rest of the exercise, I am sure you can do by yourselves. Remember, we are talking about capacity, which means how much can be held in that object. And if you're not sure, Take a good look and read the sentences before you say you have completed the exercise. Have fun. Our next exercise can be found on page 15. Here we are talking about liters and milliliters. Now that is a difficult word to say. Let's say it together. Milliliters. Now liters and milliliters deal with liquids and how much can each one be. We are saying that for liters we show an L and for milliliters we show an M and an L. The note there says that 1 liter is exactly equal to 1,000 milliliters. So we are going to try and do the exercise using that note. Let's take a look at the board. On the board we have number 1. Number 1 says 5 liters. And we are going to change or to convert it to milliliters. Now remember, 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. So for me to change 1 liter into 1,000 milliliters, I have to add 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And it becomes milliliters. Let's take that same concept and put it here. We have our 5 liters. Now to change or to convert our 5 liters into milliliters, we are going to first write our 5, and then, just like for our 1 liter, we added 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, we are also going to add 3 zeros here. So we have 1, 2, 3. But our answer is not complete because it only says 5,000. And 5,000 what? 5,000 donkeys? 5,000 horses? No. 5,000 milliliters. So we write our M and we write our L to show that this is 5,000 milliliters. I say it again. If you're going to write it, make sure that you don't forget your L and your M where you need to put it. Otherwise, the answer is wrong. Let's take a look at number 8. Now, instead of changing it from liters to milliliters, we are now changing from milliliters to liters. Let's take a look at it. Remember, our note says that 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters. Here, we have 10,000 milliliters. My goodness, it seems like a lot, doesn't it? But we're going to convert or to change it to liters. Remember, we have 3 zeros for milliliters. So when we are converting to liters, instead of adding the 3 zeros, we are taking them away. So you are going to take away 1, 2, 3 zeros. And let's write it down. We have our 10. And then we have taken away 1, 2, 3. So it just becomes 10. But is that correct? No. Is it 10 horses? Is it 10 monkeys? No, it is 10 liters. So we put our L next to our 10. Remember, if you don't put your L for liters or your ML for milliliters, the answer is wrong. I hope you can do the rest by yourselves. We're going to now do the second part of the exercise where it is problem solving. My friend here has turned into a scientist, and on his table he has the things we need. I am going to read what he's going to be doing. The first problem says, David has 1 liter and 2 liter bottles. He pours the water from the small bottle into the large bottle. Mark where the water comes up to on the large bottle. So now, my friend is going, he has his 1 liter bottle. Show everyone your 1 liter bottle. Very good. And he has a 2 liter bottle. Show everyone your 2 liter bottle. Wonderful. Now he is going to pour what is in the 1 liter bottle into the 2 liter bottle. Let's go. Hold the bottles, yes. Remember, you don't have to use water. You can use other liquids as well. And make sure that when you're doing this, you try hard not to make a mess. And as you can see, that it is going right up. Very good. Now he is going to take a marker and he is going to mark where the water comes from. Now, before you mark it, I want you to get down to where the water is. This is called eye level. You need to check at eye level exactly where the water is. So, can you mark with your cookie where the water stops? Very good. Make it bigger so that we can see it at home later. Yes. Okay. Turn your bottle around. All right. So, we can also see that at home, that the bottle, the 1 liter bottle, stopped there. And the question was, mark where the water comes up on the large bottle. And that's exactly what we did. Let's move to the next one. It says, Sid has a full bottle of drink. He pours it into a jug. Which has greater capacity, the bottle or the jug? Now, instead of us having a bottle, we're going to use a glass. In our glass, it is quite full, and we have our jug on the other side. My friend, the scientist today, is going to pour what is in the glass as our bottle into the jug. So can we do that? Remember, try not to make a mess. I know that it is very, very tempting, but you can take your time. Now, as you can see, our glass is empty, but our jug still needs more liquid for it to be full. So I think it is safe to say that the jug can hold more than the bottle. So you can write that as your answer as well. Do you agree? Yes. And the last one. Let's read the last one. It says, take a glass which is half full as the glass with the red oval. Now you can see that there is a red oval in your paper. I want you to do that one by yourselves. And this is the last activity we have for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and remember, every time you are done, you must sanitize your hands. But I think we have another activity on page 16. For page 16, you are going to definitely do this one by yourselves. We are not going to help you. All we are going to do is just read the instruction. And this says, color the object that has more mass. Now you can see the different objects along with their names. It's up to you to decide which one has more. Now as we say goodbye, I've just noticed that we haven't really checked our social distancing. So let us check our social distancing. Very good. Okay. And I wonder, I haven't seen our friend, but before we look for our friend, let us sanitize again. Very good. Remember, inside, in between, round and round. Very good. And on the wrists. And let's dry our hands a little. Oh, Zashi, where are you? There he is. So, from Zashi, my friend, and I, we would like to say, bye-bye.
Hi everyone, I'm back, and if you are scared of what you read on social media, talk to your parents and ask them the questions. They know everything. Until next time, bye!
make the camp that probably also is good, and these guys are looking for their chances. So the camps, we're probably going to have another one around February. Now our target is obviously to take the boys to go play, to expose them to the national tournaments. And in this exposure, we would want the best of them, so that we can actually just represent Namibia well. And I think, from a personal point of view, that if probably a Colin Benjamin or Quentin Jacobs or Muhammad Osef or Robert Nosef could make it without development to go as far as they could, these boys, with the development that we're putting at hand, why wouldn't they? And I think that they will definitely be better than us. So in this crop that we have next to on Hoto and the Shalulule is definitely. And I don't think it's only going to be a Shalulule and a Hoto in here, but the Nyambe in here, and it's going to be probably 3, 4, 5, 6 more than what we have right now.
What's new? This is What's New, the show packed full of news and stories just for you from BBC Africa. Wanna see more? Here we go. 10 years after the protests of the Arab Spring, young Tunisians are marching in the footsteps of their elders. What is it like living in the country most affected by COVID on the continent? We'll be speaking to young people in South Africa almost a year after the first case of coronavirus there.
I feel like we're just tired of the virus. We are tired. People are getting retrenched. People are losing family. So I feel like we are definitely devastated.
Dancing themselves to a better future. You'll meet the young people from Bariga beating the odds with theatre.
Dance has transformed my life. It has helped me change a lot of things. We might be from Bariga, a dirty, poor community, but we are ready to take over the world.
Music made in Eswatini, while Symphony strikes the right notes, an award-winning musician. We meet the country's youngest designer making traditional regalia.
I like making people happy because when they're going me, they look beautiful and I'm like, yeah, that's my hands work.
Why did Eswatini change its name from Swaziland? Well, we hear from the people and we meet a prince.
Kind cos, kind sis, kind I, Namibia, ice. Did I get sister Hulda Navasida? Did I get I ho out? Namibia oncology center Naragrasisen, I come from Ti Quido, Bounce I Hari, Omsnahari, Omabadang Mahure, Nugu said again ha ugu, Habe like a dog, Nugu said aga ha ugu habe, Han are ugu ha. Hoge Bounce I Hari, Ida Hari Nedi 2019, novel coronavirus. Sting higusa. Bounce I Hari.